Welcome to the Pattern Logic segment of Trading in Sidebars. Find setups today, make money tomorrow. I'm your instructor, Frank Bunn. The conventional pattern definition for in sidebars is an interval range, high to low, which evolves entirely within the previous interval range, as seen here in the chart graphic. The specific pattern recognition procedure dictates that each open, high, low, and close price will be listed with its index according to the following method. Open is abbreviated with a capital O, high is abbreviated with a capital H, low with a capital L, and close with a capital C, followed parenthetically by 0 for the current bar or the current index, 1 for the previous bar, and 2 for the bar before that. So here we can see in this chart pattern graphic, we have an inside interval with an open, high, low, and close that evolves entirely within the open, high, low, and close of the previous interval. Remember that on your charts we will be using the open versus close method for analyzing these candlesticks. Therefore, each inside bar pattern has a unique logical operation. As we can see here, the current index, which is 0, or the inside bar, has a high which is less than the previous high, and a low which is greater than the previous low. You can see the logic listed here in white. Conventionally, the inside bar pattern is defined as a 2-bar pattern. This is why most traders do not make money. The pattern must be defined specifically with 3 intervals, the inside bar and the 2 bars which precede it. Therefore, the pattern recognition skill for the 3-bar inside bar pattern has the following unique logical operation. As seen earlier, the current index, which is the inside bar, has a high which is less than the previous high, and a low which is greater than the previous low. But now we have index 1 to compare to index 2. The high of index 1 must be higher than the high of index 2, as seen here in the chart graphic. Therefore, the price must evolve a higher high prior to the inside bar for long trades. So the high of index 1 must be higher than the high of index 2 by precise definition. Also, the high of index 1 we will be referring to as point 1, which is the high of the pattern that precedes the setup. We will learn more about this in later segments. For shorts, the price must evolve a lower low prior to the inside bar. Here we see the current inside bar index of a high less than the previous high and low greater than the previous low, but we also see the low of index 1 less than the low of index 2. This precise definition determines the 3-bar pattern. Inverse to the long setup, the low of index 1 will be referred to as point 1, which is the low of the pattern which precedes a potential setup. Inside bar logic dictates that it is a range consolidation within the prior interval, as we have seen. What's really important about this, and what most traders don't know, is that the inside bar is a pennant or triangle pattern, or sometimes a wedge on a lower time frame. 80% of these triangle consolidations tend to continue in the direction of the price action which precedes the consolidation. We'll learn more about this in just a minute. Optionally, the inside bar can also be a price action reversal, as we will see. This pennant or triangle pattern on the shorter time frame can be seen here in the chart graphic. Depending on which lower interval is observed, the IB pattern will be a complex consolidation, typically that of a wedge or a pennant. Here we can see a daily inside bar pattern and its commensurate 60-minute interval. Just as the inside bar pattern evolves entirely within the range of the previous bar, as in the chart on the left, in the chart on the right we can see it is a larger pennant consolidation pattern on the 60-minute interval. Additionally, the inside bar may be a price action reversal, with the body or range of the candle being small and a long tail or wick, as seen here in the chart graphic and also the chart on the right. These reversals are subjective, however. The severity of the reversal depends on the size of the range. What we want to see with inside bar intervals then with longs is a higher high forming from index 2 to index 1. Index 1 must be a higher high prior to the inside bar evolution at index 0. We reverse this for shorts. We want to see a lower low evolving from index 2 to index 1 into the IB evolution at index 0. This proper price action evolution will coincide with the proper expansion and contraction phases, and the setup will have correct structure. What we do not want to see is anything other than this specific 3-bar pattern moving long and short. These tend to be more complex consolidations or reversals. These are different patterns with different structure in terms of price action, market dynamics, order flow, and probability. Let's take a look at why this is a 3-bar pattern. First, the 3-bar analysis ensures that the inside bar evolves in the direction of the price action trend. Furthermore, we automatically eliminate reversal inside bars, and we automatically eliminate inside bars which evolve following more complex patterns. And most importantly, this will facilitate the proper expansion-contraction dynamic that makes this such a high probability trade done correctly. So what occurs between Index 2 and Index 1 is paramount to the proper setup of inside bar trades. We will also use this specific definition to eliminate subjectivity. Precise definition requires absolute specificity. We have a higher high or a thrust bar prior to the inside bar evolution, and we reverse this for short. We have a lower low thrust followed by the inside bar evolution. Here we can see the precise pattern definitions for the longs and the shorts. Pattern specificity is of extreme importance. It establishes the proper price action sequence and establishes the most probable market dynamics. This is the gateway to placing the pattern in the proper trend context and enables trade sampling of technically similar setups. That is, you will be trading the same pattern with the same type of setup over and over again. This is very important given the extreme variation of inside bar intervals in various charts. The result will be consistency. So what happens next? We will add the technical requirements and trend context to our IB pattern logic to achieve 85% winners. Do not proceed until you thoroughly understand inside bar pattern logic. Be certain to review pattern definition, pattern recognition procedures, and eliminating subjectivity. Subsequent lectures will build on these definitions. This concludes the pattern logic segment of Trading in Sidebars. Find setups today, make money tomorrow. I'm your instructor, Frank Bunn.